Right to life, Euthanasia. There are 5 types of human rights. 1. Right to life. 2. Right to liberty. 3. Property right. 4. Right to dignity. 5. Right to justice. The right to life that we humans maintain and uphold so far is full of conflict with current social issue, euthanasia. Definition of right to life. The right to life is the belief that a being has the right to live and, in particular, should not to be killed by another entitled, including government. The right to life is recorded in Article 3 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Everyone has the right to life, liberty, and the security of person. Depriving people of their lives for no reason, or wanton intimidation, abuse, and torture, is to treat people in a non-human right way. To let the situation happen above, there is no way to talk about individual rights. Animal euthanasia. 1. Make the animal unconscious in the shortest time. 2. Minimize the immediate fear of animals. 3. Animal has gone in a painless and peaceful situation. Animal subsistence right, with limited resource but unlimited multiplication of life forms. If there is no way to make constructive opinions, then euthanasia becomes inevitable. In order to achieve human compassion and empathy, we practice as much as possible to decrease animal suffering. Human right to life. When a person becomes the living dead, should we let them continue to suffer from illness? Should we let them live without dignity? The purpose of human euthanasia is different from that of animals. Under the protection of the right to life, can human beings decide which day is the end of life? There are 4 controversial questions. 1. End-of-life decision. It's about death with dignity. Is difficulty faced by medical personnel in communicating with patients' families. 2. Moral issue. Psychological influence. Many people haven't thought about the doctors who performed euthanasia. Performed euthanasia is actually like killing, although agreed it will cause psychological impact on the doctor. 3. Policy legitimation. Slippery slope effect. Disadvantage of death with dignity could be lead to slippery slope effect. Originally only applicable in certain cases, it may cause people who shouldn't use it to demand dignity to die. 4. Terms of use. Whether to execute. Euthanasia requires the consent of the patient and patient's family, and after the professional evaluation by the medical team. Confirm that patient really can't accept the psychological and the physical pain, were able to ask the medical team to administer medicine. Never euthanize randomly without the patient's knowledge. For example, can you imagine a vegetative person lying in bed for 47 years? Wang Xiaoming, a 17-year-old young girl, because she didn't keep a safe distance from Taxi, accidentally collided with a taxi and became a vegetative person. Her mother worried that she could no longer take of her in later years. Petition to the legislature in 1982 quickly made euthanasia laws, caused a sensation in the legislature. This is the first euthanasia request case in Taiwan's history. Conclusion: there are still many problems with euthanasia. In my opinion, I agree with euthanasia, but if the rules for euthanasia are not strict enough, it's better not to implement. Otherwise, it will cause social chaos. The most troublesome is the able problem. People are very complicated, so there will be many problems. Even though the patient has signed the consent form for euthanasia, there is a possibility that he or she doesn't want to die at the last minute. It seems that legalization of euthanasia still has a long way to go. Dawn ultimately falls on every life, and the searching for the path that leads to the rest for allegiance has been the answer to this everlasting enigma. The end.